What does this honorary doctorate mean for you?
Don't you speak English? It means... No, I'm kidding. No, it means the world to me, honestly. You're very lucky to be here. You know, this is an incredible university. Its history is very important. I'm not a Catholic as such. I know it calls itself the Catholic University, but it welcomes people of different faiths and no faith, like me. And that's important too. So to be recognised as an atheist in a place like this is exciting. But most importantly, and it's a strange coincidence, I went to a university in England, Cambridge, and the college I was at Cambridge, it's a different system. We have these colleges, as you may know. We have a very famous alumnus, who also was a famous alumnus here, and that's Desiderius Erasmus. And you know, Erasmus is so important to us now. He taught us to think freely. He was a Catholic, yes, and he obeyed the Pope sometimes, but he also pointed out corruption, and he also pointed out the corruption of the new Protestant church. But he also said that don't be too strong about it, don't be sure, don't be certain. Life is not certain. And we're surrounded by people who think they know everything. But a truly educated mind only knows the limits of its knowledge, and therefore you're keen to learn more always. And so I accept this award in the great sort of tradition of what is called humanism, this idea that we are responsible for our lives and we're also free to discover what is true. We don't have to be told. There's no text that is absolutely true because they're all made by humans and they didn't know either. But you can say, well, I agree with that. That's true. I like that because I've experienced it. But you can say of something else, that cannot be right. That's nonsense. Slavery amongst these people in the Bible. It can't all be right, can it? You know, and you think for yourself. And it's exciting. And not only for yourself, but when you're a student, you have the privilege of having your friends. And you all think together. And you get drunk in the evening and you have rows about how the universe began and whether there's a God and why Belgium is crap at football these days. And, you know, whatever it is that you happen to have an argument about. And that is such a massively important thing in a world full of loud people telling you what to think. You say, no, I'm going to think for myself, thank you.
The Dean was also mentioning your curiosity and your work as a science communicator. Do you think that is today even more important to put science in a good way to the world and emphasis the importance of science when there are people doubting it and feeling that science might be even just an opinion?
Absolutely, because of course the basis of science is not rationalism, it's empiricism, it's trying, it's experimenting, it's saying, I wonder, this should be true a priori, as a philosopher might say, or reasonably. I mean, a good example is like Pascal and Newton both had theories about light. And Pascal had a theory, and he drew drawings and said, that's how light works, you know. And Newton said, well, take a piece of board and put a hole in it, put some light through it, and then put it through here and put it through and see what it does. You experiment, and look, it's completely different. The Frenchman would never, I don't dirty my hands with this, you know, I do it all with my brain. But actually, it's getting out there, and science gets out there. Of course, a lot of it is thought, Einstein and his thought experiments, but they have to be proved in the end, don't they? Even gravitational waves now have been proved and measured. And it's the beauty of measuring and looking. And I would say it's the ability to be humble in the face of facts. Whatever you believe and want to believe, maybe a fact will say, no, you're wrong. And then you go, okay, we'll find another fact. And you like being wrong, you know?
Hey! Bedankt om te kijken naar deze video.
Vond je dit een leuke video? Vergeet dan zeker niet te liken.
En te abonneren.
En die melding aanzetten zodat je zeker niets van Veto mist.
Tot de volgende keer!